fall, the fallen pieces hit the ground. I see it in your eyes, my lover and my bride. Our love's a steady tide.
Hi, I'm Steve Williams, and this is Scooter and the Sticks. It's 30 degrees out right now, and I wonder sometimes whether the cold isn't part of the draw for me to ride, the excitement of managing the risk. And it leads me to wonder whether there's some euphoria of peril that draws us to ride. So let's go for a ride, and I'll talk a little bit about that now.
The story speaks and silences my doubt. The wind may blow, but he's built this house.
Could it be that risk makes it exciting to ride a motorcycle or scooter? That there really is some kind of euphoria occurring when we do something that at some level we know is dangerous? Maybe. For someone like me who rides slow and steady, it's not immediately obvious that there's any adrenaline in play. I'm not riding at high speeds or carving corners, but I am riding in the cold, the temperatures the vast majority of riders avoid. And there's risk in doing it. Maybe I get a jolt of adrenaline from heading out in the cold and snow. Others may get their jolt of adrenaline, their own experience of peril riding in city traffic. Others on long trips with endless hours in the saddle. For some, it's riding alone, or the discomfort of feeling a slight loss of control while riding off the pavement. Whatever the peril, the intersection of risk and fear may be a part of the adrenaline rush that keeps us riding. I think it does for me.
A soul that betters than mine. I knew it from the start. Together, not apart. Our love's a step.
It's cold outside today, and even though the roads appear dry, there is a chance of ice, especially here in Pennsylvania, where springs can flow across roadways. So I slow down, especially in curves, and pay close attention to the road surface ahead. I evaluate the risk and act accordingly. But in general, most, if not all of us, are terrible in evaluating risk in our lives. Fear can create irrational responses and can blind us to the real risks we face. Fear of flying on a commercial plane, even though driving a car is far more dangerous. Or fear of dying from a vaccine when it's far more likely to die falling in the bathtub. Motorcycles are labeled with, "It's not a matter of if you'll crash, just when you'll crash." In the United States, there are about 25 deaths from motorcycles per 100,000 riders, 12 deaths for cars, 16 for scuba diving, and 430 for base jumping. But I guess it's easier to just believe a motorcycle will kill you, or because someone you know was in an accident, you'll be next. It's really hard to decipher risk, but there are things I do to try to keep myself honest in that respect.
Every part of me, I'm yours. Oh, through everything, here we stand.
Without going into the statistical details, there are a few guiding principles I follow to manage my own risk while riding, to keep the euphoria and peril in a good balance. I wear a helmet. There's lots of statistical evidence that a helmet will reduce my risk of death. I don't drink and ride. This is a big one. Almost 30% of riders who die in crashes were drunk. Don't drink, and you change the statistical probability of dying while riding. I don't ride fast, recklessly, or beyond my skill level. And I guess some people might say I'm reckless riding in the winter. But I'm talking more about the high-speed riding too fast for conditions or too fast for my skills to keep the bike on the road. And when I manage this stuff effectively, it means I'm less likely to run off the road or run into another vehicle. And going slower and with more skill, I have more time and more options to avoid a crash. These are all simple things well within my control. And if I'm going to accept some peril in riding, I want to remove as much of the stupid tax from my choices. I believe that I can ride a motorcycle safely. I have no doubt that part of the attraction I feel to riding is somehow connected to the euphoria of peril. Some say it makes them feel alive, or gives them a chance to embrace a challenge, to live and ride like a warrior poet. And I'll let you look that one up yourself. But I think the risk is definitely tied to my attraction to riding a scooter or motorcycle. And with that, I'll wrap up another episode of Scooter and the Sticks. You might want to take a moment to assess your balance between euphoria and peril. But until next time, be well and ride safe.
Every part of me, I'm yours. Through everything, here we stand, hand in hand.